Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up? As always, consistent time 10 is what it is. Welcome to the Number Basketball Show. It's your boy, Coach Lee. Man, it's Wednesday night. Happy hump day for y'all. We're back at it like we're mad at it. It's time to run one with your guys. With that being said, I'm going to lob it up to my man from the boot. What's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Wait. Hold on. Hold the goddamn minute. So I ain't from the boot. I'm from New Orleans, New Orleans. Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. I can't let you start with that. But hey, man, y'all definitely see the ugly sweater what it is. So this is actually the runner-up in one of the past ugly sweater Christmas parties we had. So definitely y'all know December 11th. That's the date. Either join us here or join us virtually for the 4th annual Ugly Sweater Christmas Party and Casino Night. But look, this is dude over Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior, and don't say I'm from Louisiana. But I'm in the building. Let's get it started. It's the Nothing But Basketball Show. Let's get my guy too on, man. Where he at? Let's get him on.
What up, though? It's hump day, huh? Hope everybody getting some hump. Humpity hump. My fellas and me, we getting the humps. Hope everybody doing good on this Wednesday, though.
You just talk about humps like camels, like the camel pack smoking, like either way it goes, man. This is a family show.
Jackie Chan. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Well, I am afraid to ask even more. So, what is hump talking about?
Y'all already starting tonight.
No need to ask how your night is going. We hear the humpity hump, hear the babies in the background. So, I mean.
Oh, no. None of that going on right now. But, every Wednesday, humpity hump, man. Come on. No matter what time it happens, man, the expiration date for that day is 11:59 Eastern Standard Time.
Nice. But hey, welcome to the Nothing But Basketball Show. This is the show we talk about nothing but basketball. We also talk about Waco Terror news and updates, but is all our podcasts show they're interactive. So if y'all want to say something, chime in and we'll post it, we'll chime right back. But man, how's this Wednesday going?
Wow, going well good.
I can see the weekend over the horizon.
Hey, I can see clearly now. That's
right. Shout out Facebook user. Identify yourself. What's good, friend?
Identify yourself, Facebook user. We don't know who you are.
But man, let's get this thing. We got what's the first topic we got? We got some good topics tonight. We're talking about the
first
Lakers.
Topic.
Oh man.
Tonight's got a little bit of a theme to it a little bit. Some of our favorite teams on here. So first subject for the night is my man. I grew up loving watching him play. He never holds his tongue, and that's that damn fool, Sir Charles Barkley. And Sir Charles has spoken. And this is for his harsh but fair criticism of the brow, Anthony Davis of the L.A. Lakers basketball team. So right now, as of yesterday, the team was entering into they were 500. They were 12-12. Even though they had the second softest schedule up until that point in time. 12-12. Remember all the moves they did during the offseason. Obviously, L Boogie, he's been hurt. So he's only played like half of those games. But still, you got somebody who's supposed to be one of the 5 best players in the NBA currently. He ain't stepped up. So Sir Charles called him out on the TNT broadcast. He says, I blame Anthony Davis. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You're 27 years old. You're supposed to be in your prime. Fair?
I mean, this Charles Barkley, he's still the guy who has more mouth than rings. And even so playoff championships. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he got to toe the line, because what is he talking about? Does he know what he's talking about?
So this ain't playoff time now. He's still a Hall of Famer. So he still got some credibility.
By what? By his mouth. That's all I'm saying. Not even play on the field because, during his time, hey, a lot of people laugh and joke on Charles Barkley. But
Barkley carried his team before to the finals.
Did he win? No.
Don't matter if he won.
It does. Nobody ever said. Okay, so tell me what year he brought his and what team he brought to the finals.
The 76ers. I mean, not 76ers, the Suns.
My point proven, exactly. But at the end of the day, so to answer your question, Anthony Davis is 27 years old. He's in his prime. Yes. But does that mean he's in a leadership role in his prime? They're asking too much of Anthony Davis. That's not him. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember, he was a New Orleans Pelican. That's what we drafted.
Former number 1 overall pick.
Exactly.
I got all the accolades of being a top 5 NBA player.
True. But he never had the accolades for being a top 5 leader on a team. And that's right now, that's what the Lakers are looking for. Because if how you gonna fault this 27-year-old when you got these old farts on the team?
Now, okay. So, 2, this is your team that you follow. So these are some more of Barkley's comments. He says, for the first month of the season, y'all blame everything on Russell Westbrook for the Lakers putting all those old geezers together. Now I hear y'all going to fire Frank Vogel. Listen, Russ is learning. Frank Vogel is a terrific coach, but all them old-ass geezers together and just trying to blame other people, it ain't right and it ain't cool. Listen to Anthony Davis. You got to play better. I said on this first night, if the Lakers were going to be any good, it was all going to be on you. Has nothing to do with Russell, had nothing to do with LeBron and the rest of them old-ass geezers out there. But now y'all don't cross the line because I really like Frank Vogel. And listen, it ain't his fault. In my opinion, I blame Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, I like you as a person, but you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You're 27 years old. You're supposed to be in your prime. You're supposed to be one of the 5 best players in the world, up there with Giannis, Kevin Durant, and all those guys, and you ain't holding on your end of the bargain. So now I hear you're going to fire the coach. That's total BS, man.
What do you think about that, too?
I can't believe the media stirs this up. We played a game yesterday against the Celtics, and it wasn't even they didn't even talk about the rivalry. They talked about the Lakers' issues, struggles. do we even know what time of the season it is, Charles? Nobody's trying to fire Vogel, but we all know when the ship is ran by team-wise, LeBron James, we know players kind of go down in the deferment aisle. And Anthony Davis is one of those guys. Only 2 guys that's never done that, Kyrie Irving and Dwayne Wade. Those 2 guys remain at their games level-wise or up in their games. Everybody else, the Chris Boshes, Kevin Loves, Anthony Davis, they all fall to this. Russ will never fall to it because Russ is a different type of player. He plays with a lot of emotion on his sleeves. So he's not going to end up like that. But Anthony Davis fell into that trap. But I'm not going to disrespect him and say, oh, he's this, he's that. Dude's averaging 20, 25 plus. Dude, 10 rebounds. What do you want this guy to do? This guy was a point guard, grew into a 6'10" frame, Y'all wanted to play center because he's tall. He's never had the physicality and the mental to be and play a big man. He's just playing basketball. That's what he likes to do. So when it comes to both Vogel and Anthony Davis, you need to like chill out on both of these guys. The season ain't over yet. Christmas ain't passed yet, and we ain't at the trade deadline yet. So until we there and then struggles are happening, then we can pick and choose who we want to let go, who we want to talk about in terms of lack of play and all that stuff. And we still ain't even healthy yet. There's people still injured. You know what I'm saying? We still got to have a rotation of guys to go through. We all know how this works.
Now, at the end of the day, to your point, you made a great point that, the Anthony Davis, he is a 4 and a 5 player. Now, he lacks the upper strength, the upper strength ability to play this, play the 5 position. So to me, we're playing organized basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the coach's main job is to put, star players in the position to score, to be to hone in on their best ability. So if they're a shooter, his job is to put them in, put them around the arc. So yes, it's his fault. Yes, it's the goddamn coach's fault. So I don't know what the hell Charles Barkley is doing. To me, he's just falling into this whole new media looking for a fall guy. Because let me put this right here. Do y'all know what happened in 2020? Your mic's on?
My mic's on.
So what happened in 2020 with basketball?
2020, Anthony Davis came fresh out of the Pelican jail to the Laker jail. They were already disrespecting AD.
And they won the NBA Finals. So
Hold on, I was hearing about right.
So how are you going to say something's wrong with this guy? The guy been to the tip. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's a reach.
Right.
It's a reach to save the goddamn coach. That's all it is. Because, like Tu's point, the guy's averaging 25 points a game, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. 3 assists at the goddamn 4 and 5. What else can he do? You sound, if it's my fault, if you talk to me, I'm gonna say it's LeBron James for bringing all these second-rate old-ass players to the team, because at the end of the day, they're looking for a leader. They're around here with chickens with their heads cut off. So I'm off my rant.
Off the rant, definitely, man. It doesn't make sense. Charles, I like the fact that Charles spoke out for the coach, because in a lot of situations, the coach doesn't get the, handshake. It's the player, and then the coach is like, either really let go or the coach is dog. And Vogel's been dogged ever since he's been an LA coach. It's like, damn, let him coach LeBron or whoever he's coaching, and let him coach. Like, as if LeBron has this super standard. Like, we haven't seen LeBron with a Phil Jackson before. We haven't seen it with a Greg Popovich. He's had average to low average coaches. If he wanted a real coach, he would go get one, correct?
Wait, you said LeBron James has had average coaches?
He's had average or below average coaches.
Van Gogh, who's in Miami? Who that guy in front when he
Eric
was in Miami?
Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra is a great coach, but back then he was still trying to test his might as either an average coach or below average coach. But he won championships with those guys, and look into what he's doing now. He's still got that team doing things. At that moment, Eric Spoelstra was not a top coach. So I'm gonna say LeBron James never had what they say is a glorified Hall of Fame coach. He's never had one.
All right, I'll give you that.
That's all I'm saying. Like, Spoelstra's my guy. I love Spoelstra. Come from the cameras to the coach.
He'll be a Hall of Fame coach. And during that time, they paid him. And they expected him, that's one reason why they brought him, that whole super team with D-Wade, LeBron, all those guys. That's why they brought him over to coach those guys. And I think he actually coached in the Olympics a few times as well.
Bullshit. He's a hell of a guy, man. He learns. He likes to learn. He's been learning for a long time. And I understand it. Like, that guy Vogel was actually coaching against Spoelstra in the conference finals when the Heat was playing the Pacers. LeBron likes him somewhat for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Frank Vogel anyway. I mean, just to give a few background, on places he's been. Frank Vogel, he had an assistant coach at Boston Celtics from 2001 to 2004. He was assistant coach at Philadelphia 76ers from 2004 to 2005. He was also the assistant coach at the Indiana Pacers from 2007 to 2016. Am I reading this correctly? And I guess he was the head coach from 2011 to 2016 at the Pacers. 2016 to 2018, Orlando Magic. 2019 to present, he's the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers.
My only concern is because of L Boogie's track record. And if that nugget is out there, somebody's throwing that nugget out there, and he's known if he ain't happy with a coach, his ass got to go. So I don't know where there's smoke, there's fire, they say, and the shit starting to heat up because they do have high expectations. They went out, they spent, they brought in who's who of the NBA names. And right now, they're not doing it. And it probably don't help, too, that Golden State's back. Phoenix look like they better than they were last year. Mm-hmm. So the West is looking hard out there.
But, I mean, you got to remember that Los Angeles is home of where? Hollywood. So, I mean, this can all just be something to get media attention. And they're okay with this because at the end of the day, the Lakers have kicked their feet up before. And we were like, oh, we wrote them off and they came back and won the championship.
Right, exactly. And you got to realize the Clippers, too, are without Kawhi Leonard. And without Kawhi, they don't really have that news touch like that outside of Los Angeles. So, like Unc said, man, it could be a media story turn in because it's crazy that everybody's talking about it. Like, it's weird, on a Monday afternoon, the Lakers haven't played in 3 days. We're talking about the Lakers' struggles now after having talked about it for 4 days. It just blurred me for a second. Like, that's what we're doing now? Y'all really just trying to make a story right now. It's crazy. Well.
That's Hollywood, man. So, you know what? We're going to get ready to take our break. This is the funniest thing. I can see your lips moving, but I can't hear anything coming out your mouth.
Oh, me?
Nah, too.
Oh, I was gonna say something, but then you had said the 15. But take that 15 to 30. Y'all get y'all popcorn and y'all drinks, man. Bring y'all asses back here.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Mesabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them and make sure you check them out.
Yes, sir. So we back at it like we're mad at it. So next topic kind of plays into it again to somebody's favorite basketball team on here. Somebody else's favorite basketball team. The New Orleans Pelicans.
Yes.
And their star, Zion. Zion is on the clock. And he's on the clock right now for the wrong reasons. But here is a recent picture of the great Zion. He's looking kind of chunky, man. He's looking kind of chunky. So some people are concerned about his weight. So Zion stands at, I think 6'7", if I'm not mistaken.
6'6".
6'6", 272. And let me see. So, as a Pelicans, as an NBA fan, do you think it's a concern with him and his weight? Because we've been talking about his weight now for about a year, maybe, nonstop.
I mean, I'm a reach here. So, it concerns me in a sense, in a mental aspect versus it being a physical aspect. Because, you know, if you're an athlete, you're used to with your body, you can go up and down with your weight. That's not a big concern of mine. But what concerns me is his mental thought process to fact, whereas why your big ass getting fat like this during basketball season? You know, that's what concerns me. It's like, you know, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just keep.
You know what he's doing? He down there eating at Boudin.
He's not taking the team seriously. That's what I'm talking about. Because, you know, before this, there's been times, you know, where he was wanting, not him per se, but his family members wanted out of New Orleans. They wanted out of New Orleans because they were saying that we weren't putting the right talent around him to ease, you know, the stuff that he had to do, you know, to make his job a whole lot easier. So to me, this is just more of that whole little ploy to get him out of here, because to me, that just shows he doesn't care about the team or the season, because that's not basketball shape to me.
So I think he's taking the page out of AD's book, where he lets it be known through the family and whatnot that he's happy, that he's not happy there and he wants out. So they leaked that out. But I also agree with you on the mental aspect of it. But he's got to remember, this is where it goes back to, I'm going to sound like an old dude sitting on my soapbox, but the new people, the younger people these days want an instant gratification. Nobody wants to grind and work for it anymore. Mm-hmm. And he's got to remember, he was a number one overall pick for a reason. You went to an organization that was either too bad or in a rebuilding process.
Right.
You got to be patient. You can't just do like you did at Duke, where you go in and you playing with other 5-star athletes. You got to be the focal point. Because guess what? When it's come time for you to get your money, you're going to stand up on the table and say, I was the number one overall pick. I'm the ticket draw for you. You want all them accolades, then you got to put on all the responsibility on your back as well. And not being in shape and showing the team and the fans especially that you're not in shape, goes out into the universe that you don't care.
And you know what's funny? And let's circle back. So let's get Chris's statement on there. Hey, shout out to you, Chris. Thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Chris,
so,
man.
You know, right now we're talking about Zion's weight. So the question is Zion's weight a concern? You know, so what this circle back around to what we talked about on Monday with the fans and how we pick our jersey. Because right now, you know, I don't want Zion Williamson's jersey because it is. And it looks like he's going to be within the next 2 years out of New Orleans.
Yep.
You know, because this is, you know, what's funny, and to people that know the history of the Pelicans, this is the same game that Baron Davis fat ass played. He got to the Golden to the state. We're like, who is this? He went nuts. So yes, so I know that's what I'm saying. I was rocking with the New Orleans Pelicans when they were the Hornets and when they were the New Orleans Jazz. So, you know, yes, I'm still a little salty about a guy telling me that I'm not a true fan because I don't have a Zion Williamson jersey. But
Zion. Hey, man, it's been a tough road for him, man. Injuries, everything derailing, but mentally, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree mentally. He has a whole bunch of problems, and we can talk about that all day. From, you know, where he was raised. You know what I'm saying? Lee mentioned basketball and how he's been dominant forever in his age group. You get fat. Well, I'm gonna say fat. You gain weight, and you still feel like because the people show you the love and the up that you are that same person. So is anybody telling Zion, yo, homie, you gaining some weight, bro? Oh, yo, homie, you need to shred some of that. You know, because some homies just let you be cool.
330 pounds. I don't think anyone needs to tell you.
No. Some people would sit there and be like, in their minds, or tell a friend, yo, Zion big. But won't be like, yo, Zion, Zion might have a mental problem, yo. He might be stuck and nobody's gonna help him. That guy's got $1 million on the table soon to be, and nobody. It comes a time where the people around him, from agents and all that, if they want to get paid to continue to get paid, Somebody got to be on him. Somebody got to be on
enabling.
him. That's all I'm saying. Somebody got to be on him. And I'm
But
hearing
and that's what I've been talking and fighting against. That one statement said that mental health. How the hell? Like, how is his? What mental health issue he?
No,
has?
I'm not talking about mental. I'm not talking about the health.
This man,
and the
you said
mind.
mental health, but that puts it in a whole other box. But look, the Pelicans. While we're talking about his mental health, the Pelicans have a $200 million Zion problem. That ain't mental health right there, man.
No, I'm talking about mentally in terms of eating. He could be going, like he said, he down south. And he is not like he went out west, got drafted, out east, got drafted. He got drafted down south. So he's still eating
down
the
here,
same
baby.
way. He's still eating the same way.
That's
What
true.
the Duke? What
That
the
is
Duke? North
true.
Carolina ate the same.
No, that's what I don't want you to put him into that whole
No,
Gabby,
like
Osaka, everyone's having these mental health breakdowns.
I didn't.
And
Sorry,
they need time off and all this other crap.
No. I apologize.
The guy
I'm
makes
that way.
about $200 million.
Nutty Professor. Mental with the pokes in your stomach, like you're still hungry.
Not the Nutty Professor.
Like, and it's crazy because he has a lot of talent, and right now he may be trying to dodge out of New Orleans, man. Because if nobody's telling him anything, basically he still has the keys, the golden keys, and nobody's gonna realize this until that key is gone. And then you look at the result, and if he's still overweight, y'all gonna look back at yourselves like, damn, I could have did something. But y'all acting like that because he holds the weight in the keys. Somebody better tell that man something. I don't care if he leaves New Orleans. For his next team, he got to be somewhat in shape. He has to.
Well, I mean, but see, once again, we're circling back around to what I was saying on Monday about our culture, how we enable bad habits. You know what it sounds like? Guy played in Houston. Wore a Rockets jersey. Had a big old nice beard. Had a nice beard. Yeah. Hard, exactly. He got fat, demanded a trade. Next team, the guy's in remarkable shape. Same card. But this is what I'm saying. We should have said that was bad behavior then. You know what I'm saying? So now this is a byproduct of that. And this is how we enabling all of this bad behavior. And this, and to me, we're going to have robots. So, sorry. I'm off on my rank.
So you fought him for not being mentally focused, or you fought him for not being there for his team? Because he's still rehabbing, right, from his foot injury?
Yes. I fought all of the above because at the end of the day, why are you in the public? You know what I'm saying? Why are you in the eye like this? You're showing a distraction. You're being a distraction to the team. If your whole focus is to rehab and get back with your team, we shouldn't see you until you're back with your team. We shouldn't see you out here, on the sideline. You should be making the public eye on anything besides rehab. And if you do make the public eye, you should be in shape, looking like you're ready for your team, because his shape, he's looking like Jared from goddamn Subway. He looking like he's ready to make a Subway video versus be ready to play on the NBA team. That's my only issue.
And this is another out of the blue question. We keep hearing this foot injury. And I mean, we're in the world, and as you get older, you know what I'm saying, your body changes, things of that nature. Is it more than the injury? Is it more than the injury? And I'm not gonna pray on any of that for anybody, but is it more than that? Is Zion dealing with early stages of possibly, high blood pressure, diabetes, things of that nature? No, I'm just outside the box question. It could be.
No, because you have sports physical. This is what I'm saying. You take sports physical way when you in park ball. So they know all of this by the time you get here. So
They know all of this. They know all of this. But
if it was a medical condition, that would be terms for the team to break the contract.
But in all, you got to realize he, when he got drafted, was a cash cow, and the media kind of knows stuff before the world knows it. So that's what I'm saying. The world's dirty, bro. I'm just
I agree, but New Orleans has a $200 million problem. They made sure that cow was healthy. Now,
no, they did not make sure that cow was healthy. They did not make sure that cow was healthy because off the jump, the cow was healthy. It was unhealthy.
Listen, if you go back to every star player that New Orleans has had, they play the same thing when they're ready to go. They get hurt. Anthony Davis did the same thing. Baron Davis, CP3. You know what I'm saying? Even Jamal Mashburn.
All right, so put this.
We've seen this behavior.
Zion was limited. Zion, what was it, his first year? He was limited in minutes. Limited. He was limited playing time. Limited. So a guy that's your number one pick off the jump, day one, he's limited. And then he's back to play and he's still limited. And then this season, you think he's about to play and he's not. And then every 2 weeks when you go re-examine him, he's not ready to play. It doesn't make sense to me. It's starting to ring me.
Shout out to my guy, Kai Robinson, former running back for the New Orleans Saints. You know, he made mention to the Michael Thomas injury. As long as you injured, you can't get cut. So he's playing the contract battle. All athletes, you know what I'm saying, they know how to do that. So he's doing that. So he's just getting free money. That's why.
I still think, honestly, and I like Zion, man, but I just think if this is still going like the weight issues and all that still going on, no matter where you go, that's going to be a lingering issue. You might be comfortable in where you're at now, but I still think that's going to be a problem. And down the hill, we gotta really observe that, man. You know, maybe a waste of money.
Hey, shout out to Chris. Let's get a comment up here. He says, "Be sure you flip that cow over and cook him on both sides."
Chris is crazy, man.
You must be from Texas, man. You sound like you know how to cook a good steak, man.
Chris is the man, dog. Chris is the man. That's my guy. Shout out to Chris, man. Tuning in.
No, something we got to keep in mind. Obviously, he is dealing with a foot injury. He hasn't been able to do any type of real workout to help him maintain his weight. And he's got a history of being overweight. He was overweight, you know, in his days at Duke. So
not 330 pounds. That's a big difference. Not 330 pounds. That's a big difference. Guys,
no, but his freshman year at Duke, he was 285.
That's what I'm saying. 330. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's fat. That's sloppy fat. Like, that's ridiculous for an athlete to say he's that big. And then to say he has a foot injury, all this mass on a foot, how is that helping his injury? How is that helping his
This is why the Pelicans ain't smart. The Pelicans already knew of this problem before the ball tapped in his first year when they said he wasn't going to play.
Now,
you should have already had that in the contract.
I agree. There were health concerns coming in, and that's why his contract is scheduled around his injuries. I agree with you on that. You're absolutely right.
She'd be like, man, if you can't shred this certain weight, man, we ain't paying you, bro. Straight up.
Facts.
It is kind of early. You know, we talked about Barkley earlier. Barkley didn't start having weight issues until later on into his career. He's in his third year.
Barkley early. No, Barkley could have fell into that, but you know what Barkley was? Unlike Zion isn't. If Zion was in the situation, it would be different a little bit. Charles was with the OG legends, the Moses Malones, the Dr. J. He was the OG that's like, yo, little fat boy, if you want to last in this league, you better lose some pounds, brother. You want to be round and rebound, you better lose some pounds. Nobody in New Orleans is doing that to him. Ingram, probably scared of him. Everybody's scared of Zion. They walking around eggshells over there.
I think they want him out because, like, if you look at it, because as of recent, the New Orleans Pelicans, we just whooped the Dallas Mavericks. So, you know, I'm just saying. But, you know, we look actually coming around without, you know, Zion because at the end of the day, you know, people adjust. Great teams, they adjust. Next man up, you know, have a good system. And at the end of the day, that's why I'm like, you know, the coach for the Lakers, he needs to go because he's not putting a good system in place. And with Zion, he needs to go because he's not representing a struggling system. Because at the end of the day, this is every star player. This is what they do in New Orleans, and he's making it look bad for the, you know, for future, you know, recruits. Like who, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be able to get a number one star if everyone's pulling stunts like this. Because guess what? The number one draft pick of this year is watching. The number one draft pick of next year, they're watching his bad behavior and is making it bad for the New Orleans. I said New Orleans Saints, but the New Orleans Pelicans to recruit talent, and that's why I'm like, we need to cut ties with it.
Hey man, you know who could save the Pelicans if Zion leaves?
Who?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill for mayor, man. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Put him on the court, man. He's ready.
He probably can play power forward. No boy, he's an athletic guy. I get.
Have him at the Rodman position, just throwing bowls and crap, man.
Dribble.
All right. So we're gonna take our last break for the night, and then the next portion is a two-parter, same team. But we'll be right back in about 15-20.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
And we're back. So, last portion, home stretch, two-parter, same team. Next one, it actually involves C.J. McCollum and Dame Lillard. First one with C.J. He recently had a health scare where he got a prognosis of a collapsed lung. So that's something pretty serious, especially for an athlete. Average person, yes, but especially for an athlete. So he was diagnosed with that collapsed lung after the team sent him in for a CT scan, and this is as of Tuesday. So we haven't heard anything of yet. But during that time, he was injured in the fourth quarter in the 145-117 loss to Boston, where he had 24 points and 6 assists for that particular game. So, with the first part of it, you know, he's Damon's Batman, McCollum's Robin. With the mounted pressure, we're going to get into that a little bit about the Dame rumors. How crucial can this potential injury be?
Oh, yeah. Portland done. Portland might be done. And, I mean, CJ's going to come back at some point this season, but they had things wrapped around. Dame's like, I want to be loyal, but Portland, you have to put new jerseys in your stores of just a player's name. For the last 10 plus years, it's just been Damian Lillard. All the fans are buying Damian Lillard jerseys, and guess what? Like Unc and myself, you ain't got to buy nothing else. You got your team, you got your supporters, you got the Dame. So if you want to make more money, you have to go and ramp the whole team. But Dame's like, I want to be a lifer. I want to stay here. And he's basically right now, he's screwing Portland right now. And he doesn't mean to because he wants to be loyal, but Portland needs to get out of there. And now CJ's hurt, a guy who they could have traded out for, you know, like a Ben Simmons or something. Now he's hurt. Now the value goes down. And this is what the thing in the NBA is. They trade players at the wrong times or don't trade players at the right time. Value goes up and down. It's not what you did for me today. It's what you're going to do for me tomorrow. And a lot of these GMs don't know that. You gotta get these players out of here, man. Quick flip, man. CJ, once that value went, you should have flipped him, man. And you left him. And then you go and sign Dame. Dame wants more money. Crazy.
You know what's weird is I think it's a bad time for this injury because the rumors that were starting to come out that Dame wants to play with Ben Simmons. It could have been a CJ for Ben swap potentially.
Now, I'm going to say this. So, teams, big resources, they already know these things. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I want to say this. Back in 2006, starting next season, which will be 2007, the NBA will likely become the first major sports league to standardize its physical exams. So this is what I'm saying. So, since 2007, the NBA has been standardizing their players to get physical exams. So you think that they did not have an idea that CJ McCollum had traits of a collapsed lung?
Portland? Portland just fired their GM for mess that they knew that was gonna, like, even if they knew, they're dirty as hell to just say, "Hey, CJ, are you okay?" And CJ as the player, yeah, I'm okay. Go play.
I mean, who doesn't do that? It happens in the NFL. Oh, they got a broke thumb. Oh, give me that shot. They out there playing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yes, it's jacked up that Philadelphia. I mean, that Portland Trailblazers that they did that. Yes, but who doesn't do that? And who's going to protect the player against that? Because now this guy had a collapsed lung. And who's to say he's going to be able to pass another sports physical exam?
That's why that's why they have no announcement when he's coming back. They said they're not even gonna have nothing, no news on that, nothing. So they're gonna take the holidays, go in. Yeah, man. Portland may be done.
And to your point, Damian's like, he's purposely, if he's not purposely milking this cash cow, he's a fool. I think he is. He knows what he's doing, because at the end of the day, who wants to play in Portland? You know what Portland is? Oregon.
The Trail.
Hey, who out there? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got a big name guy out there who has a big brain. This is his thing. Dame time. You do this, it's Dame time. The guy is a marketing genius. Cash it out. Hell yeah, if I'm getting paid, the franchise is paying me. I got a big brand locally. No one is bigger than me locally. And I get to dictate what I want on the team, man. Dame he knows what he's doing.
Definition of don't want to win at his finest. But hey, get your cake, brother. Get your cake.
Hey,
get your cake. Hey, get your cake. I ain't mad you getting your cake. I ain't mad you getting your cake. Just be real at the end of the day. Hey, I'm milking these motherfuckers. I'm milking these motherfuckers. I'm doing what they did to the Cold Crush, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what Dame's on right now. But don't sit here like, oh, I want to be loyal. Nah, you want that cake, brother.
Right.
And you got to kiss some ass to do it.
That part.
Portland gonna give it to him? Portland's crazy, man. Sam Bowie, Greg Oden, Brandon Roy. You know what I'm saying? LaMarcus Aldridge. And hopefully Dame doesn't get hurt in any of this crazy stuff.
What do you think his salary is?
Dame's salary?
Probably 35 million.
38? Probably like 37, 38.
39.
Yeah. It's a whole different tax bracket, player. You know what I'm saying? Look, you're going to have to wheel me up in a wheelchair and a wheelbarrow up out of a salary like that. And that's just from the franchise, man. So,
and he offered, and he just asked for a 2-year extension.
$107 million.
$107 million extension. So he's
trying to get the bag before he flap on him.
He's trying to get the Chris Paul money, and he's still gonna try to play in the league. Nah, just what I think. I think Dame's career is gonna be over real soon. I think it's gonna be shorter than we think it's gonna be, man. I don't think he's gonna be in the league that long. I think he's gonna end up being the savior of Cleveland, retire, and just do his own thing. And he did it his way at the end of the day.
Facts. I agree.
So who do you, if you had to put the money on either CJ returning versus Dame getting traded, which one you think comes first?
CJ returning.
Yeah, because they're not getting traded. They have no bigger name than him out there in Portland. And at the end of the day, Portland is not looking to win a championship. They're looking for butts in the seats. They were looking to sell tickets. And they're not a big name franchise to get tickets, to get one of them down there. Like, so, yeah, I don't see neither happen.
Everybody wearing a Dame jersey in town. Everybody gonna be wearing Dame jerseys in town, man. They need a new number 1 draft pick, man. They need a top 5 pick. They might as well just tank the season and try to go get somebody to make that money along with Dame, man.
Yeah, because that's it. They're gonna have to pass power. If not, no one's gonna go there. They're always gonna talk about Dame. Period.
Right, exactly. And their management, you can tell they don't know how to draft players because they end up in a spot every year where in the playoffs, so you get a later round pick. And can anybody tell me over the course of last few years who have they picked up that's really the guy? Anthony Simmons is okay, but other than that, they just
right.
Chauncey Billups over there, man, about to get smoked in his first year.
That's the part that sucks, man. Chauncey finally gets his opportunity. GM get fired because he a damn fool. Your biggest star act like he wants out. Your backup man, he's hurt. What are you supposed to do in those situations? What type of assets do they have?
It's Portland. Ain't much you can ask for.
Portland's gonna come for you, man. But I think at the end of the day, I think Dame stays, at least for this year, because I think Chauncey's got, now that the GM's gone, Chauncey may have a little bit more pool in there now. Say, hey, you can't trade away my best player because they're not going to get value for him.
Right, he's 9 years in the game. But, we had this conversation early in the year, too. But Chauncey Billups was supposed to be this player's coach.
He changed Dame's whole game around.
Huh?
He changed the offensive system over there all the way around. He wants Dame to be how he was in Detroit. He wants the Portland Trailblazers to be the 2004 Detroit Pistons, and that's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
It's true.
Right.
Okay. Well, we shall see. Who got shout-outs for tonight?
Well, I definitely take a quick, recap. I'll do a shout out. So definitely a shout out to everyone that's coming out to the 4th annual Ugly Sweater Christmas party. You know what I'm saying? I got another one. I just don't have enough hands for all those ugly sweaters I got around me. But hey, definitely we're gonna have some bodies in some sweaters. We're gonna have an online contest. We also gonna have a contest here. We're gonna have one of the hottest DJs coming from out of New Orleans to you, Coach Lee. DJ Money Fresh. You can catch him on Juvenile Records, Currency Records, Spitter Records, Cash Money, and a lot more other records. So definitely y'all check that out, and appreciate y'all for supporting the brand. That's all I got.
I'd like to shout out on, Basketball Talk Wednesday. Shout out to my mother and Lakers, baby, last night. Quiet and the New England people out here. It's quiet. It's been crickets all day. Celtics can't fuck with us, man. Shout out to my Lakers for getting a victory yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics ain't nothing. I seen somebody at Dunkin' Donuts this morning. I rarely, I'll say go Lakers, and that's about it. But I probably didn't make that man's morning. I was talking hella shit to him. I'm like, F the Celtics. Y'all ain't never going to win. Trash. He had a green Celtics hat on. I know he was miserable. I sat there. I grabbed my coffee, and I was gone, man. I had to let him have it this morning. Shout out to my Lakers, man, for doing the Celtics how you're supposed to do it, man. Every time you play.
All right, well, what you got? You want to bring us home? What you got there, Coach Lee? What shout-outs you got? I know you got your family first.
Oh, always. They downstairs waiting on me now. Doing that thing.
Extra hour.
Shout out to those who tuned in tonight. Shout out to you two brothers, man. Without y'all, this would not be feasible. Shout out to my Dallas Mavericks, man. A little rough right now, but hey, KP playing better, man. I give him that. J Kid got KP playing better. Hope we can get a trade value up, but at the end of the day, hey, man, I'm a diehard Mavs fan regardless, man. But as always, these are fun to do. These are therapeutic for myself. But make sure y'all holler at your boy on the 11. Get in there. I'm going to be there virtually. I expect to see y'all there virtually. Get in. Rep your ugly Christmas sweater like you rep your sorry team.
Yes,
with your heart, with all the gusto and glory. But with that being said, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight for the Number Basketball Show. We'll see y'all Sunday morning, 9:30 for the Fantasy Football Show. Hey, it's nut cutting time out there, man. So make sure y'all get up in there and holler at your boys. With that being said, y'all have a good one. Deuces.